Welcome to another episode of SSF, and we're going to get right into the video. Is Stephen Curry the best point guard ever? Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. Is Stephen Curry the best point guard ever? Now, to me, from watching basketball, the definition of a point guard when it comes to basketball is the point guard is basically an extension of the head coach or the coach on the court. He's like a quarterback, if you want to say, from football on the court. His duties is he handles the basketball. He's the guy that's usually going to do all the ball handling on the court. He has great vision. The point guard has to have great vision. He has to see a guy open before the guy even realizes he open. He has to recognize his mismatches and put players on his team in the best position to score. The point guard makes everybody better. The point guard is usually a guy who is the most unselfish on the team because his whole job, his whole goal is to make everybody on his team better. Now, so that is a definition of a point guard. Now, Stephen Curry was on a show with Gilbert Arenas, and Gilbert Arenas asked him what did he think he was the best point guard ever. I'm going to let you listen to what Stephen Curry said, and then I'm going to come back with my commentary. Check this out.
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yes. Is me and Magic? Is it the conversation?
We can look at stats all day. I'm thinking about the 90s growing up. There was nobody trying to be a 6'9" point guard, right? But I can witness and watch every kid trying to be Curry. The influence that you really have on the game from the position as a player. I look at the stats and say, okay, Magic and Curry.
I really feel like Magic's resume is ridiculous. So the fact that we're even having that conversation, it's a place I never thought I'd be in. To your point of like how you graded in the whole conversation, that's why we have the conversations, because it's fun. Measuring errors against each other, and I love that's what basketball, that's what sports is all about. That's why people watch. That's why people get, heated debates about it. I love it. You put me on my own team, I'm gonna rep myself for sure. But Magic, that's a lofty resume to shoot for, right? I'm still going. Let's see what happens.
Well, you hear Curry said he think he is the best point guard ever, him and Magic. I do not like guys. As for me and as a believer in Christ, the Bible said, let another man brag about you more so than yourself. I don't like guys that saying, oh, I'm the best ever, I'm this. Let somebody else say that. First of all, again, when you look at the Warriors, Curry is not the point guard of the Warriors. He's listed as a point guard. He handles the ball here and there. But the main point guard for their team, or point forward, which Scottie Pippen, if he honestly started that point forward, is Draymond Green. Draymond Green initiates the offense. He sets everybody up. He even sets Curry up. So Draymond is the point guard on that team. He's the most unselfish guy on that team, and he is the leader of that team. He is an extension of the coach on the Golden State Warriors. Curry is listed as a point guard, but Curry is more of a shooting guard. If you're looking at him, he's coming off screens, he's shooting. He's shooting the ball more than anybody on the court. Similar to Allen Iverson. The game is not all the way the same, but Allen Iverson was listed as a point guard, but Allen Iverson was a scorer. He was shooting the ball all the time, just like Curry shoots the ball all the time. You don't really have too many true point guards anymore. Most of these guys are more shooters, and they help set their team up, but they're more of just straight shooting guards, playing point guards. So to me, Stephen Curry, no, definitely not the best player, the best point guard ever. The best point guard ever to me is still Irving Magic Johnson. Everything that I define what a point guard is, that's what he is. He makes everybody better. He elevates his team to a whole new level. Same thing with Isaiah Thomas, who I will put as number 2. He gets discredited. He don't get the credit that he deserves. That's why I say he get discredit, because of the violent way in which the bad boys Detroit Pistons played. But if you look at him, man, he was a great point guard. Quick, fast, could score, set everybody up, made everybody on his team better, and he was a leader. That's what a point guard does. Also, you could even put Oscar Robertson, who we didn't see a whole lot but highlights. He was a good point guard. John Stockton. There's a lot of guys in front of Curry. Curry, we got to put him more so in the shooting guard, category, not point guard. So no, he's not the greatest point guard ever. I don't know what it is with us. We forget about all the greats from the past, and we're just stuck in what we see the last time we saw somebody play. No, Curry is a great player, one of the best to play the game. I don't even think he's top 10, but he's one of the best to play the game. Top 20 at least, somewhere up in there. I don't even know if Curry is the best shooter the game has seen. And that's another conversation, but I'm going to dip into it a little bit, because guys, nowadays, it's free to shoot the ball as much as you want from as far as you can. Back in the days, guys, wasn't like that. The game was played inside out. You know, you look to score the basketball as close to the basket as possible. If you can't get there, you shoot a mid-range. The three was the last result. Now, the three is the first result, and going to the basket is the second result. The mid-range game is totally out. Just think if the game was played the way it's played now, back in the days when Reggie Miller was played. Reggie would probably average 30, and people probably say he's one of the better players. Ray Allen, same thing, would probably say he's the best shooter ever. Dale Ellis back in the day, Glenn Rice, Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, who was Stephen Curry before Curry. We seen Curry. Just think what Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson would do in these day and time. The boy probably get 30s, be doing what Curry is doing. So it's hard to say even Curry is the best shooter ever. But no, let's get back on topic and say, no, Curry is not the best point guard ever. The best point guard ever is, because Curry really doesn't play point guard, the best point guard ever is, and still is, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas. Those are number 1 and number 2. Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons. Give your boy a like, share, comment. Tell me what you guys think. I will do my best to try to engage you in comment sections. As I always, and you know I always say this, peace and love.